What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Bitcoin and its recent price action, and make sure to watch the video till the end for a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. First things first, please smash the likes, subscribe and hit the bell icon. YouTube is not pushing crypto content out currently and it really helps if you hit the like. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis, and make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. We'd also like to thank you all so much for your support. We're nearly at 10k subscribers, so please tap the sub button now. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So as we can see, Bitcoin has been on a big downturn again in the past day or so. We basically looked at Bitcoin yesterday and said that it was potentially forming this a bullish divergence on the 1 hour. And it does seem as though we've got ridiculously oversold again. And as you can see in the past, every single time that we've got oversold here on our RSI, we've basically had a decent bounce to the upside. Pretty much as you can see here, this is a very clear evidence basically. If you get anywhere down past this 30 or so line on the oversold territory, you can quite clearly see that every single time that we got this, we are looking like we're getting a very decent bounce, and it does look as though if Bitcoin does continue to sell off as it has been, it's probably going to be coming down to around this level on our RSI here, and that would be a good indication that we're probably going to see a bounce again. So as you can see, last time that we came down to these sorts of oversold levels, we did get run all the way up to around 41k here before the recent selling off. So in the past day, we've obviously seen Bitcoin selling off again. This is because of more China FUD. I mean, you can't believe it, can you? Just the sheer amount of FUD that we're seeing. We're seeing crazy amounts of volume as well. As you can see, this is some of the largest volume that we have seen ever since this last big push to the downside. I think this was from more FUD. This was basically after we saw the correction on the 19th. We came back down and retested on the 24th about a week later. And as you can see, the volume there was also very high. And we're having some huge selling volume here as well. It looks as though China's doing some more FUD, basically trying to crack down on some more kind of Bitcoin stuff. So in conjunction with kicking all the miners out of the Sichuan province, all the miners being forced to relocate. I believe they're going to Maryland in the USA. There's quite a lot of mining equipment being airdropped over there, so interesting. But obviously more China FUD, they're basically cracking down on wallets of exchanges now, I believe, in the country. So they're definitely basically trying to clear the way for their digital yuan to come out, am I right? And what we're seeing with Bitcoin is it's basically dumping again. So in the past 24 hours, it's pretty strange. We actually did our last video on Bitcoin. I think it was about here. And we did say it looked like there may be a bullish divergence coming on the 4 hour, which did seem to be the case. As we can see here, we are actually forming something similar on the I'm sorry, I'm just getting everything wrong today apparently. We were looking yesterday on the 1 hour chart, I believe. And we did do our video about this time here and said there was a bullish divergence coming, and then we did get this big sell-off because of the hash rate going down, I believe. And then we actually recovered all the way back to here, and then surprise, surprise, more FUD hits the market and we go down again. So it's starting to make me think that these markets are horribly manipulated, to be honest, at least in the short term. It's pretty clear to me that every single time the price does seem to be heading up in a positive direction, there's just more news and FUD coming out to suppress the price. So there's obviously something going on in the wider world that we're not privy to. But it's pretty clear to me that there's definitely something going on. But it does look as though we're still making higher lows. This is something that is obviously we've been drawing lots and lots of lines on the chart recently, stuff like this. We're still under this level of resistance here, which you could say is technically true, I suppose. But really, all you can really say is, with all the FUD that's happening at the minute, we're just ranging between 31k here and 42k, bouncing in and around this level here. We got this fake out to the upside, you could say, past this resistance here, but to be honest, this could just be us, you know, retesting some higher levels in the range, and now obviously we're selling off because of the FUD. But in reality, what's probably happening is that we're just accumulating here. Quite clear that we're just going up and down, up and down. There's not enough sell pressure to break down below this level, at least from what we've seen. Not enough buy pressure to head up beyond this level, as we've also seen. So it seems pretty obvious to me that currently we're just ranging in between these two levels. So from what we can tell here, it does look as though Bitcoin is somewhat bottoming out here around this 32.5k level. We did have this big sell-off, as you can see, over the course of basically overnight. When the Asian markets seemed to wake up and start trading, there was a big sell-off in the Asian stock market as well. I believe their index of the Asian markets, I think it might be the Chinese one specifically, which has probably led to some of this as well. It does look as though concerns about inflation, etc., are currently leading regular markets down, which of course will also lead to Bitcoin going down as well, because it seems as though anyone just latches onto anything to basically short Bitcoin at the minute. So if we just look at the technicals for a second, all of that fundamental FUD nonsense aside, we have flipped bearish again here on our EMAs. As you can see, we're stuck underneath them. We are selling off here. It does look as though we're finding support at around this level here, anywhere below 32k, which is good to see. Obviously, the volume to the downside has been extreme, but it does look as though we are forming somewhat of a bullish divergence here. As we were saying in our previous video, we've actually had a low here and a higher low with our RSI currently, but we are experiencing lower lows on our price action. And what this means is essentially the momentum to the downside is decreasing, even though the price action is still going down. Because the momentum for the price action going down is decreasing, that generally means that we're going to see a bounce, and it does look like as though we are bottoming out now. So basically what we want to see for Bitcoin in the short term, we do want to see it bounce here, obviously. It does look as though Bitcoin, even though there's been so much crazy FUD recently, Bitcoin is still adhering to the technicals quite nicely. And technically we are still making higher lows here, which is interesting to see. So perhaps the sell pressure is actually decreasing on the market. Obviously, we've had a lot of sell pressure from miners selling their Bitcoin so that they can essentially use the profits to relocate their operations. So a lot of sell pressure recently, all the FUD and all the manipulation. It's quite interesting that Bitcoin hasn't fallen any further than this 31k level, considering everything that it's been up against recently. So interesting to see what will happen. We wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin did actually come back down and retest this 31k level again. But for now, I mean, things are looking fairly healthy for Bitcoin. Obviously, this is not the kind of price action we want to be seeing. But I mean, we're just ranging here in an accumulation stage. If you believe in that Wyckoff distribution stuff, which we personally think looks fairly accurate from what you can see on the chart, it's pretty obvious that there has been some kind of distribution going on from what we can tell here. As we can quite clearly see, we have been we topped out here, had this big push to the downside, and now we're in a phase of just chopping up and down here. So we could be seeing another move to the upside fairly soon if you believe in the Wyckoff as well. We are looking for that spring where we basically come down, retest the very, very lows here, maybe even go slightly past them and then move to the upside again. Basically, it looks as though institutions are just trying to wipe out as many people as they can, which quite frankly is just ridiculously annoying. But these are the way the markets work, unfortunately, and the big players will always have this kind of power. But as we always say, in the long term, Bitcoin, we do think in the next year or so, easily over 100k. I think it was, there was a fund, a very famous fund, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but they did come out and say that they expect Bitcoin, according to the stock to flow model, it was them that created that stock to flow model, we believe, they expect Bitcoin to be at least 135k in the worst case scenario in the next year, with a maximum potential of 400-ish k. So if you believe in the stock to flow model, which has been pretty accurate in the past in predicting what's going to happen with Bitcoin, then it does seem as though things are likely to basically be picking up in the next year or so. So obviously the short term, not ideal. We're just accumulating in this area from what we can tell. But in the long term, we do think Bitcoin is going to do extremely well. So that's our update today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money. So there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with Pure VPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.